Back to my dad's channel. Welcome back to my dad's channel. Welcome back to my dad's channel.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. This is Phoenix 198720 here to bring you my latest episode and my Let's Talk About series. But before I dive into this episode, I would like you guys to do me a friend. Hit that like button. Share this with all your friends and family. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button followed by the notification bell. And drop me down a comment below. The good, the bad, the ugly. Any Nintendo idea that you want to put down there for me and my channel to cover, I will get it done. So today's episode, I will be talking about something Nintendo does not have, kind of. Is Nintendo should do a Nintendo Pass. Something like that. And that would actually please their fans a lot more. And I'm getting the idea from PlayStation Now and Xbox Game Pass. Nintendo could do this solely on their own. They don't need no help. And they got the games for it to be. And even if they just stock to first party games on this, would be awesome. You take your app, NES app and your Super NES app, and you throw that right in there. There's a freaking icon on your screen that will pull up everything. That's awesome. That's a start. As much as people say that's an ugly icon, that's a start. And then where it says categories there for the games, you have the Super NES, the NES, and you start putting there Game Boy, N64, GameCube, Wii U. You don't have to drop 1,000 games at once. You drop games slowly onto it to build up, and as more people subscribe to that, you start putting more games. And you keep those games on there for 120 days at a time. And then you recycle them out and recycle them back in. And you have the option to not only stream these games, but to download them onto your Switch so you can play them on the go. That'd be freaking awesome. And have it like the NES and Super NES app right now has this option of multiplayer. Their games are able to do multiplayer on. Make all co-op games that are Nintendo online co-op, so you can play games with other people around the world. It's not hard. When Nintendo freshly just upgraded all their servers, it should be very easy for them to do. But couldn't you see this? You're playing Donkey Kong 64 on your Nintendo Switch because it's on the Nintendo Pass or Nintendo app or whatever they want to call it. And you play. It's a great game. Then you want to go to a great game that you heard of that's on the GameCube era. Let's say Super Paper Mario. You never played that, but you loved Paper Mario Origami King. So you say, you know what, I want to check that out. You check it out, you enjoy it. Or you want to play an old Game Boy game. Let's throw this out there. The straight port of Pokemon, red, blue, yellow, silver, gold, whatever. But picture this, trainers. You can now battle online against other trainers that are easily playing the same game. You go on there, hit World Tribe, bam, you're playing against somebody in South Korea that has Pokemon Red. It's a straight complete port. I'm not saying put in effort into these games. You straight port them. Easy to do. Coding, gonna be super easy to do for a lot of this stuff. And after a while, you take that game out, you want to put in Pokemon X and Y on there. Bam, 120 days later, it's putting Pokemon Gold or Silver on there. You get my drift. And you're able, and they're just straight ports, not remasters, not upscales, they're just straight ports. just like the PlayStation does right now, just like the Xbox does. And we can even take it something further. If you're own the description of this and they say, for example, a brand new Nintendo Switch game comes out, like Breath of the Wild, comes out on the Game Pass first day for free. You're just paying for that, and it's going to be on there for 60 days. And if you want to continue that game, it does give the chance that if you want to buy that digital, you get 50% off. Think about that. That's money making for Nintendo. Bam, now you got that game permanently on your Switch, and bam, you're playing that even though you had a 60-day trial and you got 3/4 of the way through. Just think about it. That's smart business, and that's what Nintendo should be doing. Nintendo's got to really stop with all this, I'm going to put firewalls up to make our consumers jump. Make it simple, make it easy. Bam, the online, the app icon's already there. You pretty much have the design for the whole thing, and that, guess what? It's very plain Jane, and people won't be able to miss that. Click, scroll over, click, NES. Scroll over, click, N64, etc., etc., etc. It's right there, waiting to be hashed out for all of us. Now, Nintendo, do the thing, do the right thing. Make this happen. Nintendo Game Pass, Nintendo Online Games, Nintendo app, whatever you want to call it, Nintendo. You can do that, and you guys can make 3 times as much money. And yes, I said that, 3 times as much money, because if you start putting games out a lot quicker, because when the NES app came out, once a month we got games. When the Super NES came out, well, it was once every 2 months, and then it became every 4 months, and I'm lucky to see games come out every 6 months. It's just the way it is. You gotta stay on top of that. Bam, bam. You have multiple teams. Hey, you have headquarters all over the world, multiple ones. So sign, let's say, Nintendo Canada, and get their people over there. Just continue pumping out the games for us. Don't really have to do any work. All you got to do is ports. Heck, you bought up a bunch of game developers out of the blue during 2020 and the beginning of 2021. Put those guys to work. They're just sitting there not doing anything, because you have your major developers doing a lot of things, and your little developers that you bought, you ain't really doing it. So that'd be a good fit for them too. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I want to hear it, you guys, the people's voices. What you guys want? Is this a good idea, or is this just a hot garbage idea? Drop me down a comment below. And guys, it's the end of my segment, like I said. So this is Phoenix 198720 saying, I hope you guys have a good morning, a good evening, a good afternoon. Peace.